stores, online booksellers, as well as specialty Christian bookstores. Call for your free author submission kit.
800-978-4812. 800-978-4812. 800-978-4812. That's 800-978-4812.
Let's be honest. Wheelchairs are heavy, bulky, and ugly. Introducing the Feather Chair Wheelchair. Order yours today and get a free wheelchair case, a $50 value. The world's lightest wheelchair is just $4.99 with easy payments as low as $16 a month. Sorry, no Medicare or insurance accepted. So call right now to order yours.
800-823-5826. That's 800-823-5826.
Here's important new information from the Diabetes Solution Center for you, a family member, or a loved one suffering with diabetes. If you have lost your provider, or if you need a provider for diabetic supplies, you may qualify to receive your diabetic testing supplies now with little or no out-of-pocket cost, regardless of your age. All you need is Medicare or private insurance to be potentially eligible. Call the Diabetes Solution Center right now for details. Just takes a couple of minutes. Our friendly, knowledgeable agents will give you free, no-obligation information, handle all the insurance paperwork, and make sure your supplies are delivered directly to your door for free.
Call U.S. Medical Supply 24 hours a day. 800-597-9323. 800-597-9323. 800-597-9323. Call right now. 800-597-9323.
Fast Track Student Loans can get your student loans out of default, stop any wage garnishments, stop collection calls, and stop seizure of your tax refund. Give yourself a break. Stop the stress and get your student loan payments down to as little as $25 a month based on what you can afford to pay. 800-709-4395. 800-709-4395. 800-709-4395. 800-709-4395.
The voice of Johnson County, JoCo Community Radio.
All right, Johnson County, welcome to the show. This is the JoCo Voice. I'm your host, Mike Wilshire, and we are live in downtown Burleson. I got my guests tonight. Oh, man, you guys are great. Kathleen and Stephen Russell are back on the show with me. Say hey, guys.
Hey, how are you doing?
Hey, guys.
Hey, there you go. All right, so I got to do my disclaimer. Kathleen and Stephen are not involved in the news that I am about to tell. This is all Johnson County news, but you guys are allowed to laugh at anything that makes you laugh because we live here and we appreciate good comedy, right? All right, so the Johnson County Sheriff's Office SWAT, along with Burleson SWAT, executed a search warrant in Cleburne Thursday night. They said, and this I quote, "We have had several people ask what was going on, so we wanted to be as transparent as possible." Then they posted 3 photos of the SWAT vehicle and 1 photo at night of the SWAT vehicle. And that was it. That's as transparent as we got. But I got to show y'all this, and I wish that I could pull it up on the screen. But did you notice this guy to the left there? If anyone's looking at it, there's a guy in a lumberjack shirt putting a green vest on. Did they wake the brawny man up in the middle of the night? You know, they're like,
Could be.
somebody get lumberjack Bill. We can't go in unless he's with us, right? He's like, it was laundry day. Like he forgot, to get his green fatigues out. He was like, nothing's going to happen on this night. And then next thing you know, right?
He's like, well, I guess I'm going to get dressed and come on to work.
Yeah, right. I'm just going in. I'm going to do it. All right. So, now this is still my favorite. That County Road 616, the rodeo on FM 157 at County Road 16 on Mariana Way Friday night and Saturday night, deputies arrested multiple individuals for warrants, DWI, possession of a controlled substance, and along with several other criminal offenses. I want to point out to you guys, I've been to many of y'all's rodeos. I just don't see this many charges flying off of
A rodeo,
right?
Well,
not
ours. Are
ours.
pretty low key. Ours are pretty low key.
I mean, like we got children riding in that rodeo. I mean, like, they even said that like deputies reported rapid gunfire at the Mariana Rodeo Saturday night, but were unable to locate the individual shooting. Did
In
you look
Cleveland?
around? Yeah. Did you look around for the little redheaded dude, Yosemite Sam with a mustache, the guy riding in on, pistols? You're just like, oh my God, what the heck, right? Uh, uh, okay, so we'll skip that one. That's not really. There was a structure fire in Joshua. Call description. Caller states their house is on fire, and they left us hanging. No idea what happened. Right. I hope the house is good, and I hope
Johnson
everyone's.
County leaves us hanging quite a bit.
But not when it comes to donkeys or cows.
Oh, boy.
Caller is missing a donkey that's black and a white and white and a mini cow that is brown.
Cat stole the cow.
I know, right?
do
Look for
love the mini
Shrek.
cows.
Shrek's running through the village with the
No,
cow under one arm
The
and the
mini
donkey.
cows are so cute.
They
Yeah.
are adorable. I do think they're
Been our
gorgeous.
It's called a
biggest
Highland
fight.
cow.
Oh, what is it?
A Highland cow.
Highland cow.
And I want one.
Okay.
It's somebody else's cow,
Oh
not
my
hers.
God. Oh my God, I love it. It's someone else's.
I got
Maybe
the
it was
hard
Cat
no.
that
I got the hard no. on
officers,
the
we
Highland
figured
cow.
out who stole the mini cow. Go to Hoots, you will find that little cow in the middle
No, we're not leaving it at Hoots.
eating hay.
We're bringing it home.
No.
Okay, caller said her 17-year-old son was having a psychotic episode and just punched her in the back. Deputies made the scene and the male was detained on an EDO and transported to the hospital. Obviously, this child has not met my mother because I could
Medical
just see one
sandwich.
of us having a psychotic episode and hitting her in the back, and that child is in a grave somewhere. My mom would have been like, "Oh, you think you could hit me?"
100% a knuckle sandwich.
We called it a
situation.
switch back then.
Right. And it would get your head right. It would wake you up in the morning and it would put you to sleep at night. If you did not understand, the spatula was death, man. It could come at any time. Caller stated her husband received a text from a male a few months ago threatening to kill him, and today he tried to run them off the road. All right, Stephen, we've known each other a while.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm ever going to send you a text that I want to kill you. I'm just going to like that. That's when you
Surprise.
you got to surprise them just a little, right? Don't pre-warn me. And then every time I see a truck looking like yours, I'm swerving off the road already. Like, he's coming for me. I told you he was going to do it.
A lot of white Fords in Burleson.
He's a slasher, man. He's coming for me. Right. Oh, Pecan Street in Keene. Caller said her 15-year-old daughter was out of control and bit caller's husband. Deputy responded and advised juvenile was having mental and personality issues, and the parents did not want to press charge. Is it something in the water?
What person hasn't had a 15-year-old daughter that was out of control?
I mean, like, I never let any of them bite me.
I mean, really?
But I think
15-year-old daughters?
I think most
They're
young
crazy.
ladies, when they're talking to me, they're out of control because I have no idea what they're saying half the time. I'm just standing there squinting, hoping another adult female will translate for me in just a minute what was said. I'm like, this is bad. This is not good. Whatever it is. Wanted felon. Ooh, male turned himself in Cleveland PD. Warrant for a theft of $2,500 to $30,000. Man, that's a big range, isn't it?
That, I mean, did you mean 25,000 to 30,000?
No, it says $2,500 to $30K.
It's a good used Chevy.
I mean, right? It could be.
I'd really like to meet that guy.
I would hate that, like, you stole something that was $3,000 and you got the charge all the way up to $25K. You're like, dude, man, it was a Pinto. I can't help it. It was restored. It was a Pinto, right? Female turned herself in on a warrant for possession of controlled substance, PG1, less than 1 gram. Man, you guys are doing the right thing. Turn yourselves in. You don't want to be on that Burleson's Most Wanted. I can tell you right now, those photos are not flattering.
At all.
Right.
At all.
I'm going to do a show called Mugshots where I just put up all the mugshots from the local counties.
That would be fun.
I think that, like, we've seen friends of ours on those. I know y'all have seen friends of yours in your lifetime on there. I've seen friends of mine on there. You guys can't say because you're business owners. I'm a radio show host, and I want all of you to know, if I am your friend and your mugshot's on there, it's going on the air. We're going to talk
You're
about
getting
it.
roasted.
Right.
100%.
If I could find it, I'm going to find one somewhere of Kathleen when she was at, like, Woodstock,
You
99,
could
you know.
find a mugshot of me.
There might be
It's-
one out there, huh?
She would have
There
been
is.
14.
There-
I'm
no,
pretty sure she
no,
would
She would
stop.
have been
No.
14 in 99. There's no
Oh,
way,
yeah,
right?
not at Woodstock.
Not at Woodstock 99, right?
But there is a mugshot of me out there.
I'm sure there is somewhere of something of me that's just an unflattering photo. Not necessarily a mugshot, but just someone snapped a photo of me after I got a black eye, you know, and probably the caption under it says something really stupid, like, you should see the other guy. You know, something really
Well, I
stupid.
mean, really, you should just see the other guy.
Right. You should just see the other guy. Single vehicle went through a fence and into a tree with airbags deployed. So again, I would love to know like the lead up to that story. Like, was it out of control? Was it, you know, like was somebody chasing? Maybe it was the guy chasing the other person that, you know, that caught up with them. All right. So we've had fun with Johnson County. We got to move on, and I want to move back to Hoots, and I want to talk about what y'all got coming up this weekend. You got bands this weekend. Y'all have live music every Friday and Saturday, right?
Yes, every weekend we do.
And
Upcoming, pulling up my calendar right now. We have Garrett Glover on Friday and Pawn Shop Pearls on Saturday.
okay,
We have Thursday. We have karaoke.
Big B spinning records and
Big
doing.
B. Wednesdays we have free pool, free darts, $15 buckets. I mean, I kind of feel like it's my favorite place to go on Wednesdays.
Free pool and free darts.
Yep.
How do y'all make money? Oh, it's the $15 bucket.
Well, you know, just bring a friend.
Right. Bring a friend. $15 buckets. I love it. All right. So I'm sorry. I'm going to do Robbie Burns says he can't see y'all. Now y'all are up on the air.
Robbie.
I'm sorry, Robbie, but I was doing the
Robbie.
news. Now they go. And Ashley said hello from WinStar. Win for us, boo boo.
Hi, Ashley.
Win us some money. We love it, right?
Yes.
All right. So
we
so-
got friends watching.
right. And Monday's still league or something. The
Monday
bag
nights
boys.
is,
Cornhole.
The dudes with
Cornhole.
the sacks.
Yeah,
They're like, they walk in, they got like
fancy sacks.
they got like bowling bags and backpacks, and they're
Well-
like, how's it going? I'm a professional cornhole player. Larry, you work downtown. You work for the city. You ain't no professional cornhole player, you know.
Those guys are good.
They are
Man, I'm
good.
telling
They
you,
just
those
sink
guys
it
are
too.
good.
They're like
oh,
thunk,
man,
thunk.
they're good.
thunk. I mean, it's just nothing but buckets. You're like,
It's
dude,
pretty nuts. It's
you
pretty
know?
nuts. Like you watch cornhole, which I never even knew anything about cornhole until we started having cornhole at the bar, and they're serious.
Chunking sacks is like a
It's
real
it's on ESPN now.
right. It's gonna be like at the Olympics, I'm
It's gonna
sure.
be at
You
the
know,
Oli-
it's like
it is going to be at
It
the
is?
Olympics.
Really?
Yes.
like pickleball
It's
and
wild.
cornhole is
It's
next,
wild.
right?
I never knew.
I love it. That's awesome. And so, what's
we-
Tuesday?
Do we got room for pickleball?
Right there.
We
in the-
do actually in the
Let's set
back.
some nets up and do
Actually,
dodgeball.
I was actually just talking about that the other night. I'm like, we have all this space out back.
There's a bar.
Who wants
in-
pickleball?
There was a bar in San Diego in Mission Valley that they would close the nets all around the like y'all's area where the stage is and the dance floor. They closed nets out and they would turn the lights on, and they played on like Monday nights. They played dodgeball in there, and I am
That
like,
would be so much fun.
oh my god, I am like, sign me up, dude. Like,
Takes me back to the 7th
We've
grade.
had a
Yeah.
few people ask for roller skating at Hoots.
Yeah, that's not happening.
I would be like that big fat guy off a dodgeball that's got the glasses on, going, you know, running around. Was it Stephen Root? I think was his name that played it.
Oh
That'd be
my
me. Dodge a wrench, you could dodge a ball, right? That whole thing. I think it would be awesome,
You'd be
right?
good at dodging things.
All right. So, what are prices on
mag
well
lights.
drinks? Well drinks.
Oh,
Not enough. But
Ashley, chime
I
in.
think.
Oh, Vance Barnett said dodgeball. He's
hey,
ready too.
Vance.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I don't know. It's like
Ashley asked
$325.
what our well drinks are.
Yeah, Ashley.
Don't
No,
ask
I
me if
asked.
Oh,
Ashley,
oh.
what's the well
I
drinks?
want to say like $4.50 or $4 on Wells.
$455.
$455.
I don't know. I mean, I can look.
I know, right? No, you don't
I
have
give
to
a
look.
factual answer.
You don't have to look. I'm sorry. You don't have to pay a tab, so you don't know.
That is
I
not
should-
true. We
I
pay our
should know.
tab.
Well, yeah, y'all do, because you don't want to
Sort
rob
of.
yourself, right? Is
we
it
tip
employee
accordingly.
pricing? We tip accordingly, right? I know some people who bought bars, and I swear they bought them just so they had the biggest doggone refrigerator on the planet. Don't even know anything about what's going on. You could ask them, hey, how much is a beer a piece? That you buy it in.
You
What's
know
your
how much
profit?
beers are.
What's your profit margin? They're like, I have no idea. You gotta go ask the manager. I just work here. I don't work here. I own the place. I don't do any of that stuff.
That's my normal response. I just work here.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just work here.
Yeah. I'm like,
Well,
oh,
what's
you have a
funny is-
question? Go ask Ashley.
What's funny
Or
is you're the big
Andrea,
stocky
or-
guy, but her and Ashley are the bouncers. I don't care what anyone
Yeah.
says. They got them big muscled up dudes that got the badges and stuff. But these two are the ones I'd be scared of.
If I walk up there, I'm gonna get hit. They walk up there, they just leave. It
Oh
works
yeah,
out.
the guy's like, I'm out.
Yeah,
I'm out. I'm not doing anything. I'm out. He just walks away. Right.
Too old for that.
I know, right? I don't heal up anymore after fights. I'm like, not going to happen. I've been standing next to Steven when something happened, and Steven goes, "Yeah, we're calling the cops." Yeah, I'm not dealing with this level of crazy tonight.
you get to like a point where you're like, well, Steven, actually, you're the most patient person I've ever met in my entire life.
Yeah, probably.
There's times we're at the bar and Steven calming everything down, but when you get mad, and you're done. And then when you're done, you're done.
All right. So this is wood under here. Knock on wood.
Knock on
Haven't
wood.
had any trouble in a long time. We're
Right.
gonna keep it that way.
Right. It's been really good. I mean,
It has
people
been
are
great.
People are
It's been
behaving.
awesome.
And I want to point out, it's probably because you guys have stepped up and said, we're just not going to tolerate anything.
No, we don't.
No
We
bad
don't at
behavior
all.
at all.
We don't tolerate
0%.
anything.
And Ashley could scare Dark out of a closet when she's mad. Sorry, Ashley, but it's true. She could just straight up go, no, this isn't happening tonight. And I've seen it. I mean, I've seen some big old dudes when she got right up in the middle and said, having a word here, and it's over.
Ashley
Like
runs
that.
that place.
Yeah, she's great. All right, so let's talk about your other bartenders. We have Andrea.
Yeah.
Andrea's always there, always on her game.
Andrea currently is at the Rangers game,
She
which
is
I feel like
Go
is pretty
girl.
rude.
I know,
She didn't
right?
invite us
buying
to
a
go.
new T-shirt.
Buying
Yeah.
a new T-shirt.
She is buying a new T-shirt.
Well, she'll model it for us soon at the restaurant. I'm sure at the bar.
She
will.
better.
I told her to send us a picture.
Nice,
She hadn't done
nice.
that yet.
And so you got another new one that I met the other night.
So our bartenders currently are Andrea, Candy,
Mhm.
Ashley. We just hired Courtney. She's
Mhm.
running the back bar now on Saturdays. We have Colin. He works on the back bar on Saturdays as well.
Oh, Colin, he's back.
He's back.
He's
Yeah.
He's back.
Yep.
from outer
He's
space.
back.
He's back.
Nice. I like it. He's so I like Colin because I always get the ladies always ask me because I run a show, hey, where's a good night for ladies to go hang out? And I'm always like, well, what night are you talking about? Oh, it'll be on a Monday or it'll be a Tuesday. But back then, Colin worked all those days. Quit tapping your phone. It's slapping in the radio. And Colin would work on a Tuesday. And
My wife took my phone.
I know, right? Because she's fidgeting. He's over there fidgeting, right? But on Colin would work on a Tuesday or whatever day it was. And I was like, go down there and tell Colin I sent you. Tell him Mike Wilshire sent you. And, he'll take care of you. So y'all don't have to worry about, I don't know. Apparently, when you ladies go out, guys flirt with y'all and throw themselves at y'all and stuff. But I remember whenever I was young and single, I did not throw myself.
Well,
I knew they knew how to say no when I was
I just
the question
expected
is
that.
like, what are the ladies looking for?
right.
So are they looking for like a $5 entry on Fridays? Are they looking for hot bartenders? I don't know.
I think they're looking for a 401k. I think they're looking for a man that's got a trust fund. I think they're actually, if you're a guy and you want to wear sexy something for a woman, wear a 401k stapled to
Well,
your bank statement.
Don't we all think the dating world has changed though?
I think it's changed drastically.
Significant since
Like-
we were young.
So as I walk into your establishment, the younger single girls are all on their phones.
Yeah.
They're not
They're
taking
swiping.
they're not taking a lap, and they're not walking. That's what we called it back in the day. Hey, let's take a lap. Let's go check out the ladies. And then you would go with your friend, and then we would make plans, like, okay, find two girls, and it's going to be hard to find two of them that are really hot. So just find a really hot one and an okay one. Okay. And, you would try, you had strategies. Now they walk out and they're like, I'm so over this place. Swipe left. Let's go.
Yeah. it has changed significantly. I think I was talking to somebody about that the other day that said we were at the birthday party the other night, and the couple we were sitting with was like, if I had a date again, it'd be so complicated now.
There's
The young people date so differently than we used to date.
So Shay said sometimes girls can be looking for all the wrong things when a man is already taken.
Ooh.
Mhm.
Once he's taken,
Mike Purdue said sugar daddy.
Hey, Mike.
Hey, Mike, I'm looking for a sugar daddy too. If you've got a bass boat, and a deer lease, we can work
don't
something
go for
out.
the bass boat. Go for the big one. What were we talking about earlier?
Yacht.
The
The
yacht.
yacht.
The
Yeah.
yacht.
Go for the
right?
yacht.
$1 billion yacht, right? Everybody looking for a sugar daddy, right? Not even that way, and I still looking for a sugar daddy. I don't know. I can find you girls to hook up with later on that night. I'll show up with them and drop them off, right? But no, I mean, for me, I remember what it was like when I was young, and it has drastically changed. And your bar would have been where I would have went. It was the boot scoot. It was the last time you could rub up against somebody and be a lead and lead somebody on the dance floor. And you dance with that girl that wanted to lead you all over the place. And you're like, yeah, I'm not for you. I'm an alpha. I don't want to dance with another alpha. So, you kind of,
Well, I mean, I think
it helps you learn.
realistically, the guy is supposed to lead on the dance.
I think so.
I've learned.
Still, but
I'm learning still.
I don't know. I mean, I've been tossed.
I can't dance, so I can't lead.
I've been actually tugged out there on the dance floor and tossed all around. And I'm like feeling to see if they got an Adam's apple or something. I'm like, is this a man? Did somebody kidnap me? Am I going to go in the back of your van here in a minute or something? Could you please calm down? Now, before you guys owned it, I called it the Hoots ditch because before y'all owned it, so many people have driven off in that ditch.
There's been two in
centuries.
5 years.
They still do
they
2 and
still-
5 years.
Once in a while.
Man, I'm
Once in a
telling you,
while.
way
2.
more before y'all owned it.
Oh,
I saw, and I am like, man, people think, oh, I can make it. Every hillbilly redneck thinks I'm a redneck with a pickup truck that's got 4-wheel drive.
At least
It
they're
can't
doing
get
it
stuck.
voluntarily.
I know,
There's-
right? There's
There's been occasions where they're not doing it voluntarily.
well, these I think were actually not lit, not drunk. It was somebody thinking, no, I can go. I'm not going and waiting for all these cars to go out. And man, that's a drop, and
So-
it's soft when you hit it. You
I-
dump down,
I mow that bar ditch.
right?
Yeah, it's bad.
You're
So,
like,
yeah.
hey, are you that guy that has to stand on the outside of the mower and hold the seat down and walk alongside of it? I've
I'm
seen guys
I'm doing a
it.
nice slide on my zero turn all the way down it.
Oh, you're
What
drifting,
do you
huh?
call- I'm drifting.
I'm drift
all
mowing.
the way down it.
I'm drift mowing, then I turn it
Yeah.
straight and put it in low gear and come
Yeah.
straight out, right?
A couple times I have to go get my truck, but yeah, that's what we're doing.
I love it. I love that Hoots ditch, man. That thing has always been awesome
I love
every
it
time.
too.
Every
love it
time,
too.
every time. So, all right. So, funniest story that's happened recently with you guys. Now, I heard one the other day. Ashley told me one.
Oh, I'm
the
gonna
other
tell
day.
I'm gonna tell the funny
You,
story.
you have to tell it. You have to
Wait,
tell it.
what did Ashley tell you?
What
Well,
story?
we're on the air.
Well,
I'm not going to be able to whisper it to you and they not hear it.
I'm
so-
gonna tell it.
So we just changed the names to protect the innocent.
There's no names.
Yeah, there's no
There's no
names.
names.
And
Okay.
I think Mike Purdue is going to like this one too.
Okay.
Mike
All right,
Purdue
Mike,
will
tune in.
love this one.
Mike, tune
Okay.
in. Here we go.
Okay. So I'm gonna tell this one because I was there for it. So I'm at the front bar. I was like videoing, taking pictures, everything else, and lead singer of 7-6 band, Mike Purdue, comes on over the
Mhm,
microphone and says, "Hey, can I get a manager? I need security, la da da." And I don't hear it initially. And then he says it again, and I realize at this point the band needs some help at the front of the stage.
And it's a pretty crowded night, right?
It's
crowded.
it's a Saturday, so it's a busy night.
Mhm,
So I throw
mhm.
my phone across the bar. I run to the front, and I kind of feel guilty about telling the story, but
Well, just go
I
easy
don't.
on it. Go easy
I
on
don't.
it. and you're
oh no,
fine.
I'm telling
I'll
it
fill in the
anyway.
blanks if
I'm
you
telling it
tell
anyway.
it.
So I walk up, and there's a patron there laid on their back with this distorted look on their face. And so I immediately I think seizure.
Mhm.
I'm like, oh my God, this person's having a seizure.
Mhm.
So
Safe assumption.
I roll them on their side, but my hand is like placed like this. So I'm like, there's no convulsing going on. This is not a seizure. And then they start hitting the floor. And I'm like, are you maybe choking?
Mhm.
Not choking. And then someone leans over and says, it's a anxiety attack. And I go, oh, okay. This is only like 10 o'clock at night, 10:20. It's early for us. We're a late night bar.
Mhm.
So this is like really early to be
Third
having.
set
No,
for
not
Mike.
third set.
No, he's on second set. I mean, I don't know. I'm just asking, but Mike is laughing his butt off right now.
I'm sure he is. I'm sure he is, because
Asshole.
he's like, can I get some assistance?
Right.
So not choking, not having a seizure, it turns out to be an anxiety attack. And I'm like, personally, I'm a little frustrated because I'm like, you came to a bar where there's going to be at least 300 people. And so.
And you have anxiety issues.
I do. I have my own anxiety, but I
dial it in and do your job.
Yeah, I dial it in. I really try not to let it take too much advantage of me, which almost last time we did the show, I was sitting in that chair and I was like, I'm leaving. I'm not doing this. But anyway. So
Mike said it was beginning of the second set, so very early.
Second, 10:20, 10,
yeah,
maybe 10:20,
very
10:30
so
at the
they went on at 9,
latest.
second set. Yeah.
And I'm like, usually we run into this kind of thing, I don't know, 1:30.
Right.
And it was just an ordeal. The EMTs came, the bar shuts down. There's no music. There's no anything going on.
Which is just awkward for everybody in there, right? It's
for sure.
We're in a bar now. It's a funeral home.
I walked into the night going, this is going to be a great day. I'm so excited. La da da. And I get in and I'm like, you're stupid. You're and also a diabetic. I'm like, you came to the bar and you drank stupid amounts of alcohol and sugar. Why did you do this? And you have an anxiety.
I mean, so now I've
frustrating.
So I've been out at the bar, and a friend of mine's gone through a bad breakup, and so everyone's gathered around her, and they're like, "Hey, look, she had a bad breakup. Can y'all help get her?" Then I understand, right? Guy lost his wife, and it's the anniversary of when he lost his wife. And he's like, man, it's the anniversary. I'm going to get tore up tonight. Here, take my keys.
Sure.
Okay. Get it. Understand, but it's the ones that crack me up is the randomness of, you thought this was a good idea. Like, I've never been that way. I've never been like, just, you know what? I'm going to lean over and look at Steve and go, you know what? Tonight I'm going to get lit for no reason.
Well, she was going through like a breakup, but it doesn't matter. You're a diabetic. You have anxiety problems. I don't know. Go through your breakup at home, maybe.
I think that she was desperately looking for a sugar daddy or a 401k.
Hold on.
Mike said,
I'm going to need my phone back. Because I'm in West Texas on my trip.
Oh, yeah. So you went hog hunting. You went out on
No,
but it's still, we don't have to. You can say whatever you want. We're not FCC regulated. We got 53 seconds. We're going to come back. We'll come back and we will talk about the bleep mode of the phone, because I think that those messages, when something happens from all of y'all, I think Ashley, the messages she's probably sent out to whoever, I think that bartenders in general, the messages that y'all send out amongst each other have got to be priceless comedy material.
They are. I wish we could save them all.
The one that I sent you that night.
Was it just, did you, you didn't even know you were talking to your wife. He thought he was talking to a sailor.
I was very upset.
All right, Johnson County, we're going to go and take a break here real quick, and we'll be right back with Kathleen and Stephen from Hoots.
Let's be honest. Wheelchairs are heavy, bulky, and ugly. If you carry a wheelchair in your car to take care of a loved one, you know how hard it is getting that clunky, old-style wheelchair in and out of your car. Introducing the Feather Chair Wheelchair. At 13 pounds, it's the world's lightest wheelchair. It folds in seconds and fits neatly in your trunk, backseat, or closet, so you can take it everywhere. And it's only available right here. Order yours today and get a free wheelchair case, a $50 value, yours free. The Feather Chair. The world's lightest wheelchair is just $4.99 with easy payments as low as $16 a month. Sorry, no Medicare or insurance accepted. So call right now to order yours.
800-823-5826. 800-823-5826. 800-823-5826. That's 800-823-5826.
Let's be honest. Wheelchairs are heavy, bulky, and ugly. Introducing the Feather Chair Wheelchair. Order yours today and get a free wheelchair case, a $50 value. The world's lightest wheelchair is just $4.99 with easy payments as low as $16 a month. Sorry, no Medicare or insurance accepted. So call right now to order yours.
800-823-5826. That's 800-823-5826.
Fast Track Student Loans can get your student loans out of default, stop any wage garnishments, stop collection calls, and stop seizure of your tax refund. Give yourself a break. Stop the stress and get your student loan payments down to as little as $25 a month based on what you can afford to pay. 800-709-4395. 800-709-4395. 800-709-4395. 800-709-4395.
You're listening to JoCo Community Radio.
All right, JoCo Community Radio. Hey, this is the JoCo Voice. I'm Mike Wilshire. We are back here in the show with Kathleen and Stephen from Hoots, the Russell family, who was unfortunately the victims of buying Hoots now that they get to have all the comedy that they get all the time. JoCo Community Radio is a member of EMG, a radio and podcast collective, proudly serving communities like Johnson and Tarrant County, Texas. We are live 365 on the TuneIn Radio Network and on our station app. Check out our lineup and more at tuneinjoco.com. We thank our valued partners in helping us amplify the voices of our communities. You heard the commercials. Be sure to connect with Todd Hurd and Associates, attorney at law. Use code JoCo2024 for 25% off of your first order at thetiffy.com and join the Swipe Nation today and save on your credit card processing at swipenation.com. Locally owned and operated. Reach out to Tiffany at JoCoCommunityRadio.com for advertising rates as low as $50 a month. Okay, so to recap for the fans, everybody that's out there, Stephen and Kathleen were talking about an incident that occurred where an individual during Mike Purdue's, what's the band? Shameless plug for Mike Purdue. What's the band's name?
7-6 Band.
The 7-6 Band. Okay, come on. You got to put that over there. You keep leaning in. You look uncomfortable. Take it over there to your face. Put it there. All right. So 7-6 Band's up there. Mike Purdue is performing. Lady drops. And you go over and assess the situation.
Terrible.
The
whole thing.
Diabetic. Now, Stephen gets to read the text message.
So I'm in West Texas hunting.
Right.
For a week.
Mm-hmm.
Got time.
Mm-hmm.
Having a great time.
Mm-hmm.
So I get
This was day one.
From my wife at...
This was day one of his trip.
Day one.
Was it day
This was
one?
day
I may have just skipped it.
one.
You text me a lot. Anyway. So I got a text. Roughly it says,
I can tell you exactly what it said.
We are selling this MF.
Mother Scratcher.
That is
we
it.
Are selling this.
That's all the text says.
Right. You don't
So-
know if it's on fire. You don't know
So-
if it's a gunfight.
So I call her. I'm like, babe, what's going on? She goes, well, let me just tell you. I walk in the door, and so we've got this one.
Oh, we do have a bingo situation.
So we have this one lady, little sweet elderly lady, comes in the store, but she's been copying our bingo winnings and using them for everybody to get into the bar.
Oh,
Okay. I mean,
which I
copying.
was informed
We call that counterfeiting at Hoots.
right.
that she would never do that. She told me that. And I go,
Never.
So-
Right.
Cat gets hit with that first.
Mhm.
And then I guess second is the
again, same situation again. She just is not letting it go.
Mm.
And oh, Mike, I'm so sorry. I don't know where to look. Mike, apologize.
Mhm.
We had agreed to let a guy come play in front of Mike
Mhm.
from 8 to 9.
Mhm.
As long as 7-6 goes on at 9,
Mhm.
it's fine. I'm gonna backtrack a little bit here.
So an opening act.
Things
Yes.
were not ideal when I got there.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I got hit first with. And then the bingo situation of
It's a radio show. You can't clam up. You got to tell it.
no, I'm not claiming up. I'm just trying to think of like the
How to
exactly
say
like
it.
politically correct way. So there was a miscommunication between us and the customer with the bingo tickets. So
But just so everyone understands,
was
y'all
then
play
in-
bingo on what night?
no,
Well, we
no,
used
no,
to.
we don't
Used
do
to.
it
Don't
anymore.
do
We
it
haven't done
anymore.
it for 2 months.
so the winnings keep coming in 2 months later.
Right.
So
and
we-
one of the winnings is that you get a free ticket to
entry,
come in, free
yeah.
entry.
Yeah.
Right.
And so I was then informed that we were incorrect in our assessment of the copies being made, and I was like, you know what? That's fine. You have 8 tickets left. Fine. We're going to honor those 8 tickets, and we're going to move on. But that conversation carried on for quite a while.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if you know me. I'm like super cool and nice until I'm not. And so I'm
Mhm.
like, okay, we're on third strike.
Yeah. I've never seen the knot, but I know you're super
Oh,
cool and
it's there.
nice.
It's
I've never
there.
seen the knot. I'm never going to see it neither. Y'all kicked me out earlier than that. I'm like, I don't know why people get there, but I'm sorry.
But
Kurt.
yeah, when the medical emergency took place and it was an anxiety attack crossed with a diabetic situation, I'm like, so you know yourself well enough to know you have anxiety and the diabetic.
So it's just one sentence that comes to you while you're off tra la 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 hog hunting.
Yeah. So all this comes to me. She
Right.
is worked up, and
Mhm.
which rightfully so. I don't blame her.
I'm
for being
very
worked up.
angry.
Yeah, you weren't on that
No,
journey
I
with
wasn't
her.
there.
I was
Yeah.
very
No.
upset.
Yeah. I love
Very.
it. I love
Oh
it.
yeah.
And so you're just like sitting there with the buds and hold on a minute, I got to step out.
I'm
Right?
gonna have to take this call.
You know, it's Steve Trevino does a bit about there's no woman at a nail salon standing outside under a tree having a conversation with her husband going, look, it just took longer than usual. It's not, but there's tons of men standing outside a bar going, no, honey, I'm on my way now. I'll be there in just a second. I'm on my, it's like you had to drive back from West Texas because,
Just one more.
oh yeah. Oh yeah. Just one more. That's what we say. And then you hold the phone out away from your ear and you're yeah, no. It's
I
not
don't
that
think
bad.
I don't think I screamed and yelled,
Well, I think
but I was
that
very angry.
I think if I ever owned a bar, if I ever opened a bar, I would name it He's Not Here. That way I could hear people answer the phone and go, he's not here. How can I help you? You know, I think that would be great, you know, or name it The Office.
And that does happen.
Oh,
Hey,
man.
Is so and so there? Nah, I have
No.
no idea.
There
Who
are
even is
347 people here. I cannot find him, you know, to save my life, right? Unless it was me. They'd be like, is Mike Wilshire there? Yeah,
Right
right,
over
over there. Go. Some dude just randomly show up. You wanted to talk about me on Burleson's Most Wanted? Just beating the snot out of me. I'm hiding up behind Big B. I'm going to go. He's the only person I can even get over to and hide
Hey,
behind that car,
Hey,
you
Big
know?
B's he is a member of security on the weekends. He's
I'm
like,
telling
no one's effing with anyone if I'm here. And I'm like,
First time I ever met him was at Sam's, and he stepped through that door, and I thought of Mike Wachowski from the Monsters Inc. Took up that whole door because he's what 6 foot something, 6'6", 6'12". I don't know.
He's 6'4". I think he's 6'4".
That's a tall dude right there. That's
and he's fixing to be even taller.
oh yeah, because he's getting surgery, right?
Yep.
He's getting
Yeah.
oh man, getting his legs worked on,
So
right?
he's gonna even be even more tall.
Oh man, that's awesome. He sits behind that Cadillac up there. What is it? A Cadillac? It's the
It's-
front of a.
is Cadillac.
Is it a Cadillac or a
I
Lincoln?
think it's a
It's a
something.
Cadillac.
That's Cadillac. I think
It's
on the
Cadillac.
front of
Our
it.
DJ booth. You're talking about
Yeah,
our
the DJ booth. It's
Yeah.
half of a Cadillac. It's
Half
quarter.
of a
It's the
Cadillac.
third
front-
of a Cadillac.
Front end.
Front end of it. Yeah, that's right. And I remember y'all used to move it around and stuff. I remember back in the day when they did karaoke.
At the very beginning. Then we
They
found
moved
a
it.
home for it on the side.
That's where it belongs. That's where it
Good
stays.
spot.
But I have heard a lot of people say they can't see the DJ up there We need to put like a
All
spotlight.
right, B, you're going in the center of the dance
That's
floor.
right, B. Just out there in the middle, like them old Chuck E. Cheese piano where that dude played it, you know.
I was just looking for a spotlight or like a
Right. Just put him
We
under
don't have to
that
relocate
blue moon and then turn the light on him, you know, right there for him. That poor guy. Oh, B, we love you, man. You're awesome. So, all right. So
He's not watching.
still got the kitchen going on. Y'all got the food truck in the back, right?
We have a food
good.
truck.
Making good. You got a full menu,
Freshest.
freshest.
Yep, Tommy Fresh.
Right. Good food.
I did.
Delicious.
They do have great food. I got a piece of cake finally after Lent was over.
Mm.
When I was leaving on Saturday, I went and got a piece of banana cake.
You gave up cake for Lent or
I
just
gave
sweets?
up sweets
Or,
and I gave up like salty snacks.
really?
And then
Like I gave up donut holes, not donuts, just the holes. Like you are dedicated.
I went all in. And
Oh,
so
wow.
on Saturday when I was leaving, I was like, give me a piece of that cake. Because I've been looking at it on the menu like for 40 days and 40 nights.
Right. All of Lent, right?
All of Lent.
You know.
And so they had strawberry or banana cake. And I was
Mhm.
like, well, I wanted the strawberry, but then Tommy was like, the banana's better. And I'm like,
Oh, man.
okay, I'll take the banana then. And I had it with my coffee the next day. And I was like,
I think Lent, is a horrible, horrible dare that went horribly wrong. Like people will be like, I gave up sex for Lent. And I'm like, why do you hate yourself?
well, I don't think you should ever give
Why
up
would
sex
you give
for
up
Lent.
sex for
I-
Lent?
I-
I gave up all alcohol. Really? Why not just give up the beer or give up the
I did
whiskey?
do that. I
you
did
know?
do that one year, many years ago, 20.
Yeah, you're like, I'm giving up.
But I gave up beer.
See, that's what I'm saying. You give up beer, but not the wine and the whiskey.
So then I started drinking wine, but I had never had wine before.
You know.
And so then I was like, well, a little wine with a little Sprite.
One year I gave up anything that had a B in it that was alcoholic. So vodka was fair game, you know. Knock yourself out. Vodka's fair game. I don't think beer ain't nothing wrong with vodka. I think it's great. So all right. So moving on, I would get us in trouble.
So Freshest Food Truck is set up
Mhm.
with us on the weekends. Phenomenal food.
Mm-hmm.
They're with us also on Mondays, Tuesdays, and
Sundays.
Sundays. But
Basically all the time.
Right.
Yeah, they're with us every day but Wednesday. And they have great food.
And Big B is spinning records whenever it's not. I want to point out, whenever the band goes off, the music doesn't stop. Big B
No.
comes in there
And he's
Incredible
phenomenal.
DJ.
He's phenomenal.
and he reads the crowd well.
He
gets-
does.
He's
You know.
a couple weeks ago, he was like, can I have off on a Saturday? And I was like, I can maybe like push the buttons,
Mm-hmm.
but for me to be successful at
Mhm.
DJing, it's not going to happen. So
I could probably do it, but he would need to train me on your system. I've got the voice. I can
It's
do
like
the radio.
anybody.
I just need to know what buttons to push to
the
start
bottom,
it.
The bottom line is he did not take off.
Because
He was like, he goes, actually, I don't trust any of y'all to do this.
Right.
And I'm like, yeah, I don't either.
I don't blame him. As an audio guy, I can
But,
tell you,
yeah.
whenever someone touches my board at my job, whenever someone touched my board, I'm like, who touched my board? They're like, hey man, it's not your board. No, this is my board.
Right.
Who
And
touched my board?
That's exactly
And why did
right,
you not
yeah.
save my settings somewhere else so that I could come back and reset it? You get mad about audio guys are
He
very
does. He does. He does a great job for us. And so now we're interviewing some people that can help out whenever he needs a day off.
and it's funny when the audio guy's not there on his 1 day off, his random 1 day off, and somebody calls him and go, what did you do to the audio board? And he's like, what did you do to the audio? I know that audio board was fine before I left. You know, I'm talking to you, Bronson Lewis. You know what I'm talking about. That audio board was fine before I left. Who touched my audio board? It's like, it's a thing with us. You know?
Sometimes I think it's the Ghost and Hoots when we close on Saturday
gremlin.
night. They screw with the board
Hey,
Well,
because the next
Vicky
Thursday,
always swore
Oh,
y'all had a
yeah.
ghost.
the history
Swore
of Hoots.
y'all had-
There's a lot of ghosts.
Well, it's
Oh, we
partially
gotta
my
get
fault
Lewis.
too because I make
we got to get
jokes.
Lewis on here.
Lewis,
He's
he
going
knows
on
about the
He's
ghost.
going on the yes.
Yeah.
The ghost
he does
tour.
know about the
L-
ghost.
Yeah, Lewis is our bar manager as far as operations for the
So,
whole company. He's been there forever.
Not
Lewis and Tina.
And Tina,
not with
We need
y'all.
a show with just Lewis and Tina, not with us.
I used
just
to work
Lewis
with
and
Tina's. I used to work with Tina's old man at Atwood's,
Oh,
You talk about
David.
hilarious.
David.
You talk about, well, every dude there was named David. Like at the gun counter, it was like all Davids. I was the first not David to be there. It's like, David and Michael, get over here. And like 6 Davids would show up, and one I never met, just randomly. There was another David, and then there was me. And great guy, awesome, can shoot like it's going out of style, knows his guns, knows his stuff, real good command presence and authority with, selling weapons and stuff. And boy, you talk about
Mike Purdue said Big B sings too.
Oh yeah, he does. That's the way I feel about him.
He sings phenomenally.
But you talk about
you
talk about angry in the morning at breakfast. David come in. I love it. I'm like, that's my kind of people. I just want to be angry too. So that's the genuinely comedians. That's what we love, is because if you can make him laugh, you can make anyone laugh. The guy that doesn't want to laugh, David, if you can make him laugh, he can make anyone laugh. So that's how I met her, was through him originally. And we've been buds ever since. Randomly run. You're weird when you both run into each other at Ponchos, right? Just random. We're in Ponchos. I'm like, hope nobody sees me. Oh, there's David. Hey, buddy, what's up, man? I don't mind if you see me and we're at Ponchos.
Raise the flag.
You go there once every year, once every 2 years, right? I mean, I've lived here for 5 years. I think I've been there twice, maybe 3 times in my whole time being here, right? And you always got to go with that person that'll slow.
3 times
in 5 years, I think. Vicki Lynn and I were always supposed to go. I've gone with Shelley Renfro, the other co-host. Different folks, but everyone else is like, I shy my face so no one else see me.
Hey, you can't be good old Ponchos.
Man, you raise the flag, like you said, raise the flag.
Every Friday in high school,
right?
Ponchos.
Oh yeah. Whenever it was after weigh-in or after anything, and you like, time to let it go, boys. The game was over with. It's Saturday. We're all healing up. Ponchos, here we come.
There you go.
I can remember all the friends I saw that would go there.
We need to find all those flags.
Arlington.
Well,
where are all the flags?
Like
all the flags.
Oh, the ones that are left over from all the Ponchos.
Raise a flag at Hoots.
No, absolutely.
Oh, babe, come on.
No.
We got to.
Right. Well, we could get the come and take it flag for whenever we have dishes left over.
I like the come and take it flag.
And then you get another flag.
At Hoots.
You get a green flag or something. I don't know
what
it
are they going to get.
More drinks. We'll be the Ponchos of Rendon.
No, they have to get up. They have to get up and walk to the bar because you got to walk that shit off before you can get a beer. You have to be able to get up from your chair and walk to the bar.
I'm getting flags.
Do you know what though? Do you know what? Whenever I walk in there, especially on sack night, especially the cornhole guys, when I walk in there, there's like 85 cars and there's like 12 people in there. I'm like, what? Did y'all go home and get another car and come back?
We haven't figured that out either.
I'm like, what the heck? And then I walked in there on a night where it's banned and there's the same amount of cars and you can't walk in there. I'm like, what the heck?
Well, I will say our patrons are Ubering and we so
respect that and appreciate
absolutely.
It, right?
And I'll add
we appreciate
that if they need an Uber, we're more than happy to buy an Uber.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah. If you're at Hoots and you need a ride home.
To Hoots, but from Hoots.
From Hoots. If you need a ride home, we are more than happy.
I'm just going to pretend to be drunk and get that Uber.
Yeah.
You're not going to have to pretend.
I know, right? I won't have to pretend.
This is definitely going to backfire.
Right. There's 87 people there drunk as skunks right now. You're like, we brought in $800 and we spent out $3,000 in Ubers tonight. Apparently, someone wanted to Uber back to Houston.
Hey,
I know where she's going with this story.
Somebody did do an Uber a long way.
Not to Houston.
Alan,
but
I think.
Someplace far away.
Really?
And
I
told the guy, I said, dude,
it's original.
Let me just buy you an Uber. Let me buy you an Uber. Well, I don't live close and and I'm like, it's okay. I don't care. I'll buy you an Uber. Let me just get you an Uber home. And then I get the Uber bill. And I'm like, shoot.
Right.
That was $85.
It wasn't shoot, but it was something.
Was that the same one you had to spend $200 having his car detailed?
Yeah, I mean, and then, no.
Because something happened to his car, I guess he got
a urinary accident occurred. And
in the car?
Not on this same trip. Not on the same trip. Not on the same trip. But that was a $100 Uber ride because we're going to tip our Ubers well because also thank you for coming and picking up people when we ask you to. But then the other one, I gave the Uber driver my number before he took this.
Oh, and the guy peed in the Uber driver's car.
It wasn't a guy.
Oh, someone did.
There was a person
Peed in an Uber driver's car. Ooh.
It was a girl.
Oof.
And I had gave him my number before he left. And I said, hey, call me tomorrow if there's any issues or whatever. And he called me. He goes, hey, so the person I drove home peed in my car. And I'm like, first of all, who does that?
Right.
Secondly, yes, I'm going to pay for your car to get detailed. I called the detail place we use for everything.
Oh, my God. That's awesome.
No, it's not awesome.
It's awesome to
Mike,
Hey,
not awesome.
Listen,
it's terrible. Who can't control
tragedy plus time equals comedy?
I was like, can you pull over so I can pee? Or I'll just sit here and do it. I mean,
right. I have many a time said, you better pull this car over. And somebody, let me tell you something. When you got men that are telling you that, you pull over right there. You don't know what's coming, but you're rolling every window down and unlocking every door.
A man can just roll the window down. A woman, you're just kind of stuck.
Well, I don't know if they're going to be sick or if they're peeing. I mean, you say pull the car over, man. I pull that car over.
Listen to them.
Yeah, you do it right then and there. And okay, so apparently the weather's going to be bad tomorrow and tonight. I'm letting everybody know.
You need a kiss.
It's going to be oh, they're such lovebirds. Look, guys, I caught it on camera and everything. Y'all see that? The love in the room. The love in the room. I'm going to go hug the little Asian guy getting in the car right now. That's the guy that owns the nail salon next door.
Hey, did y'all watch the solar eclipse today?
Did. I was somewhere.
We were right here in this parking lot.
I was somewhere and I got them little welding glasses on and I looked up at the sky and I saw it and it was like a half moon.
Did you watch the whole thing?
No.
We did.
I have a life. What'd y'all do? Lay in the parking lot?
It was 4 minutes.
No, the total eclipse was 4 minutes, but the whole traveling across, it took 14 or 20 minutes or something.
Cool.
You know?
It was pretty cool.
I did go out and look up. And it was funny because where I was at, they had the people I was consulting for have a couple of dogs. And the dogs were so confused. They went over to their bed and laid down and they're like, okay, it's time to go to sleep.
I actually heard that was going to happen.
And then whenever the sun come back out, the dogs are like, wait, hold on, wait. What are y'all doing to us? They were just randomly this is not funny. And the food bowl is not full.
It was kind of cool to watch. I thought
it was cool.
We were over. Cool. So we have another business here at the end of the strip, and I was like, we gotta go to Vapor Depot today. And Steven's like, why? And I'm like, well, I don't know. Maybe shit's gonna go crazy. I don't know.
We don't know.
It might not.
Gotta be ready.
But anyway, we stood in the parking lot. We watched it, and it was actually.
Kathleen's literally taking the glasses apart, taping it over her phone so she can video it the whole time.
Awesome.
It was kind of cool.
I'm like, come get me when it's getting close.
Whatever. You watched it too.
Right.
You were very
I'm like, I got
excited.
Marketplace going in there. So.
Right whenever it's totally shut off, I turned to the little kids around us and I said, the aliens covered the manhole cover. We are all dead now. And these little kids are like, what? Mom, is he serious? I'm like, y'all never seen The Ring? That's what that little girl saw at the end of The Ring. You're going to be crawling out and you're going to be walking funny.
I hate that movie.
It's very creepy.
Yeah,
isn't it?
It scared the crap
out of me.
Right.
No, The Ring got me.
What's it about?
I don't know.
Is it
I'll never watch it.
I don't want to ruin it for you, but I just kind of gave it away. It's
movie?
a very scary
movie.
Okay, I don't watch it. I don't watch it.
It's like you see this video, and if you watch the video, after you watch it, you only have so many days before you die or something, I think. And it's just all this weird video. It's Blair Witch type stuff.
I do not want. Okay, Blair Witch Project scared the bejesus out of me.
Right.
The Ring will terrify you.
I thought that. Well, when I first watched the Blair Witch Project, which this was in 2004, maybe.
You thought it was real.
I thought it was
real.
It was
found footage.
And I cried. I walked out of the movie theater, hysterically crying.
Really?
That was
hysterically crying. I was with my friend Jamie Shander.
I can remember not a scary movie, but my first wife and I, the mother of my children, and I were at going to see Saving Private Ryan, and her best friend was with her, and she goes, I heard this is good for veterans. I heard it's really wonderful. It helps you guys out with all the stuff you've been through. And I go, do you know what you're about to watch? She goes, no. And I'm like, you're about to see hamburger meat. That's all I got to say. And we went in, and that first 12 minutes, you just hear them girls just losing it. Because that was probably the most, at the time, that was the most realistic. And I tell people now, since, if you've ever seen the Rambo movie where he shoots that 50 cal, that big machine gun with the guys in the front of the vehicle, very realistic of what it looks like when a 50 cal shoots. And so, I mean,
on Saving Private Ryan.
No, the Rambo movie, the 50 cal is a way, but
The
Saving
new
Private,
Rambo?
well, it was one of them. It was the one where he was in like Thailand catching cobras or something. I don't know. He makes one every 3 years. You know, it's like in Rambo 75.
You're so cute.
You know, but he, the Saving Private Ryan though was the first realistic, and they actually used what do you call them? Amputees to do those parts where they had things blow off of them and stuff. So it looked very realistic. So
I mean,
cool.
I feel like that would probably only be the only way to do it.
I don't know. They did it with Hollywood effects back in the day, but no, but back to the scary movies. I think mine was them little kids whenever they were watching that movie and It on the wall in that garage, and all of a sudden the clown comes out, and that one little kid's like, "What is that? Is anyone else seeing this? Is it just me seeing this?" And I'm like, "That'd be me."
Movie I ever watched was The Hitcher.
Oh, really?
Oh my gosh.
Rutger Hauer and the Hitchhiker TV series, or
the Hitcher
with Rutger Hauer where he's killing people?
I don't know. I only
see
watched
Thomas
it one
Howell
time,
and
and then I cried for 4 days, and I was like,
Yeah, I remember what was it? Salem's Lot coming on when we were young. It came on as a mini series throughout the week. It was a Stephen King one. I might be older than y'all. I'm 50, so I'm older than y'all.
I'm 51.
So it came on, and it was, and it had that. Do you remember that dude off of remember that dude that was like Philo Beto's best friend off of those movies with Clint Eastwood and the orangutan? I forget his name. Jeffrey Lewis, I think was his name.
I don't remember.
He's in this one scene. He's like, his eyes are glowing. He's like, "Look at me, teacher. Look at what they done to me." And he's like in this dark room because he's turning into a vampire. And I'm like, I tried to watch it whenever I was like 25, 26 when it came on regular TV. I had to turn it. I'm like, I still hadn't seen the whole movie.
Me right now.
I know, right? It was scary. It had like David Soul, the guy that played Hutch off of Starsky and Hutch, was in it. I mean, like, it was so long ago. Those people, no careers now. You know, you don't ever hear of those people now. But it was a horrible movie. All right, we're 1 minute away, guys. It's been fun. Yeah. I got Kathleen and Steven on from Hoots. You guys are coming into it, man. Hoots has got some big news coming up. Everybody stay tuned towards Hoots and watch them on Facebook. We've got some amazing, exciting news. And always, like I said, live music every Friday and Saturday. And something on Wednesday, free pool and free darts.
Free pool, free darts, $15 buckets on Wednesdays.
Thursday nights karaoke.
Thursdays karaoke, $15 buckets. Mm-hmm. If you want to play free pool and free darts, you can just tell the bartender and she'll let you.
Right. On karaoke night or on Thursday?
Thursday karaoke.
I love it. All right. And Johnson County, you guys take care of yourself and each other out there. Don't forget. What's the cover charge? That's what I forgot.
Okay. All right. Our cover charge on Fridays is $8, but starting this next weekend, if you're ladies, on Fridays you can get in for $5.
Okay.
Saturdays is $10 for everyone.
For everyone. All right. Steven and Kathleen, Hoots, you guys take care of yourself and each other out there, everybody. Thank you.
From Burleson to Venus and Grandview to Godley, this is the voice of Johnson County, JoCo Community Radio.